conservative Christians can expect him to stand strong on the issues that are important to us. Now, I will say this very clearly. I really am not nearly as concerned about a candidate's fiscal policy or immigration policy as I am where they stand on what I believe are biblical issues. And that's why I'm embracing Governor Perry. I believe his voice is strong and consistent on those values that evangelical Christians find.
Well, the immigration issue obviously has stumbled a little bit in
Yes.
the minds of some people.
Yes. Yeah.
What about, related to the other element, the difference between Perry, Romney is not, in your mind, a born-again Christian. In the minds of many people, Mormonism is not the same as in the case of Perry.
And that is
of course, he's just a Methodist. He's not really a Baptist. That's all right.
And that is not some right-wing fringe view that Mormonism is a cult. The Southern Baptist Convention, which is the largest Protestant denomination in the world, has labeled Mormonism as a cult. So that is a mainstream view that Mormonism is a cult. And again, I believe Governor Romney is a good, moral, family person, but he's not a born-again follower of Christ. And I said to my congregation last Sunday night, I quoted John Jay, the first Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court. John Jay said, we as Christians have both it's our duty and our privilege to prefer and select Christians as our leaders. And I believe every true born-again follower of Christ ought to embrace a Christian over a non-Christian if things like competency and other issues are the same. And so I believe that in this contest, which I think is a contest between Perry and Romney, that we ought to prefer a born-again follower.
Do you think that will happen? That is to say, do you think there are, now we're talking mechanics of South Carolina,
Right.
Northwest Florida, evangelicals and social conservatives might look at that portion, convenience, Mormonism?
I think they will. I think there are a lot of Christian voters who don't want to appear bigoted, and so what they'll say to the pollsters is not necessarily what they'll do in the privacy of the voting booth. And I frankly believe that if Governor Romney is the nominee, I believe Barack Obama will be the next president. Remember this, in 2008, 30 million evangelical voters sat at home and did not vote because they were not energized by John McCain. Barack Obama won by 10 million votes. I believe the same thing will happen in 2012. I do not think evangelical voters are going to be motivated to go out and vote for Mitt Romney. Personally, if it becomes a Romney-Obama candidacy, I'll hold my nose and vote for Mitt Romney, but I'm not sure many of them.
Pastor, can I ask you directly, do you think it's a disqualifier that Mitt Romney is a Mormon disqualifies him to be president? Is that what you're saying?
Of course not. Of course not. Article 6 of the Constitution says government can impose no religious test, but private citizens can impose all kinds of religious tests.
Do you agree that Mormonism is a cult?
Absolutely. Our Southern Baptist Convention has labeled it as a cult.
And you agree with that personally?
Absolutely.
Have you
No.
have you expressed this to Governor Perry? And today you were backstage with him. Have you expressed this belief to him? I mean, as you say, it's clear that this is the position.
No, he is not aware of my views on Mormonism, nor am I aware of his, so I'm in no way speaking for the government.
What does it say in your view about Mitt Romney's judgment that he is a member of, as you put it, a cult?
Well, I mean, I think there are a lot of good people who are misled. I do not think that, again, he's an immoral person. I think he's a fine family person. But being a fine person with a great family and great values does not get you to heaven. It is only faith in Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ alone that qualifies you as a Christian.
Do you have any moral qualms about the issue concerning the hunting lodge and the name of the hunting lodge? I mean, there's a moral issue there, is there not?
I think there's always a moral issue involving racism. I think racism is a moral issue, but there is no evidence in my mind that there is a racist bone in the body of Governor Perry. When you look at his record in Texas of his appointment of African Americans to places of political prominence, there's not a racist bone in Governor Perry's body.
Don't you understand that Mormons also believe in it?
Well, lots of people believe that he's a historical figure, but to say that he died for the sins of individuals and to believe that faith alone in him is the only way to be saved, no, Mormons don't embrace that. They embrace another gospel, the Book of Mormon, and that is why they have never been considered by evangelical Christians to be a part of the Christian family. again, this is not some extreme view. This is the view of historic evangelical Christianity. Yes. Good. Good to see you.